Talk family, and welcome to another episode of Talk the Talk, a very special episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your hostess, Play Betchen, and today we have a very special guest joining us in studio. She is Mrs. South Africa finalist Yolandi Naicker. Yolandi Naicker is a woman who has a heart for people, and that is what drove her to enter the Mrs. South Africa competition. She's passionate about family, activities, and enjoys new experiences and making new memories. Yolandi is currently in the construction industry, which together with her Find Our Voice initiative for women, she's driving this as well, and this is one of the reasons that I invited her to studio. This initiative that she is involved with allows women and children to speak up for not only what may be bothering them, but also to speak up for their rights, allowing their voices to be heard. Therefore, they are empowered in knowing that there is help and hope for them to overcome any obstacles in life. So excited to have this interview, very different for us here at Talk the Talk. So without further ado, let's welcome Yolandi. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank. Hello Yolandi.
Hi Dave.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's such an honor, such a privilege to have you on our show. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So, gosh, I feel so like Mrs. South Africa myself right now. And like I said, it is absolutely amazing to have, to have had this off-air chat with you and talk about women empowerment and everything that drove you to this platform. You want to use this platform to empower women, and that's what attracted me to you out of hundreds of women. So thank you for everything that you do for women empowerment in South Africa.
Oh, thanks Dave. It's such an honor and a privilege to impact women in our society. So I'm really honored.
Okay, so tell us about your journey leading up to entering Miss South Africa.
The journey thus far was very impactful for me because we were announced in March as semi-finalists.
Right.
So there was a top 100 that was announced. So beautiful, powerful women from all walks of life got together, and we came together in workshops, and we did the workshops, and then just in July the top 30 were announced for the top 30 finalists, Mrs. South Africa for 2022, and I was one of the finalists that was announced. So hence we're on the second phase of the journey going forward to November, and I'm here.
Oh, and what was your actual reason for, except for wanting this platform, to empower? What was the other reasons for wanting to join this or enter this journey?
So the reason for me entering Mrs. South Africa, just to use this platform as an empowerment, program to also raise awareness for the condition that I have, which is called laryngeal papilloma. It's tumors which grow in the vocal cords and the voice box. So I was like, usually a withdrawn person, didn't like crowds, didn't like socializing. And then my husband just said to me, why don't you use this platform to get out there and just step outside the box and, just show the world your voice and do this fine initiative, program for women and just empower them, not only for your voice to be heard, but for other women and children out there to be heard as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, also in the same, in the same breath, if I could put no pun intended, but in the same breath, highlighting that everybody's unique. I love your voice. It's so husky, so beautiful. What was some of the challenges that you faced in your journey, from entering till this point of becoming a finalist?
I would say insecurities was my biggest challenge, because there we are on this journey with 100 beautiful women who are so bold and impactful, and I'm in the midst of doctors, CEOs, all of these things, and here's Yolandi, just from
beautiful and successful as you are.
So yeah, I've faced with that, and then realized these are like women. Women just like me, and they also have insecurities and things that they're dealing with, and things that they like to highlight and assist with and impact on this journey. So I was very grateful for that, and to walk the journey with them as well really inspired me, and just to inspire other people out there. And
well, Yolandi, I'm very grateful that I chose you to get behind and get my community behind you as well, because you do not need to be a CEO or a doctor or any fancy title person. You can just be Yolandi. You are well-rounded, you have a great job, you are very impactful, very you're a big influencer as well, so that's enough. And you're beautiful. Oh my God, you are so beautiful. In person, guys, she is so beautiful. And who is your biggest inspiration?
I would say my biggest inspiration is my mom. She raised 4 beautiful kids. We came from a very hard background. She never complained about her faith. In fact, she inspired us more than anything to just help others with the little that we had, and just be impactful in our community. So my mom is my biggest inspiration.
Oh, hi Mom. Who has been your biggest supporter through this journey? And I know you want to say your mom, but you've even mentioned your husband earlier on. So name them all. Don't give me one name.
My biggest supporter has been my husband, my kids, my mom, company. They've been super supportive. Sure, it's actually overwhelming. They've just been there, and just everybody in general, my platforms. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful.
Oh, and do you have any? I have to bring cars in here somehow. This is the motoring trade, okay? What's your favorite brand and why?
I'd have to say the BMW i8. Have you seen that? It's beautiful. Sure, the exterior is amazing. It's so muscular. I love the grey.
So listen, if there's any BMW dealerships right here on our platform listening to this, she's looking for a sponsor. Let's get behind her.
Yeah. Sure, the interior is amazing. It's like this orange and black. It has electronic motor. The speed is impeccable, guys. The doors open like this. Oh, awesome.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I think BMW is gonna get behind you. So, what is your intention if you do win Mrs. South Africa? What would you use the platform for mainly?
Thank you, Desh. I'd just like to be a channel of help. Just to the communities, to the women and children out there, to find their voice. They shouldn't be scared to speak out. Just to NPOs, maximize on our small entrepreneurship businesses. Just to help, just to aid organizations out there, aid South Africa, just to be there for them and just be a light as your Mrs. South Africa 2022.
Aww.
Thank you.
I know you have to spend a lot of time away from work and home should you win, and we pray that you do. So it is going to definitely be a challenging journey for you. What advice can you give to women that are actually entering into the motoring trade and are facing discrimination?
To the women out there that are facing discrimination, I would tell them to stand tall in what you believe in, have zero tolerance for that type of behaviors. And I just believe that companies should raise more programs and awareness to managers and employees so that they can be aware of the harassment and the discrimination, and they can actually prevent and not let it go on.
Yeah, and I think that's a question that was important for me to ask you, because irrespective of which industry you come from, we as women often face the same challenges.
Definitely.
So thank you for that piece of advice.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
And I wish you all the best. I hope to have you back before and after you win Mrs. South Africa.
Thank you so much.
And you're amazing. Stay the way you are.
Oh, thank you so much. And just to the viewers out there, please, you can vote for me on Yolandi Naicker. You can SMS Yolandi Naicker to 47587. Thank you.
And we'll have that up on the screen, and we will tag Yolandi so you can follow her on her personal page as well. Please get behind her and let's support a fellow sister.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Viewers, thank you so much for watching and commenting and sharing our interviews and our content. These are the type of women we like to bring onto our platform, not just Women in Motoring South Africa. We need to acknowledge and empower, educate, uplift women across the spectrum. That's our job, to stand united with our sisters that are trying to put out the right message in terms of empowerment. So our non-profit company is the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, which is powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk the Talk Studios powered by Sariti Solutions are aimed at celebrating and recognizing women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives, and together we aim to empower and uplift the women of our trade. For those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. Ladies, today I want to touch on the subject of confidence, and I think this is a suitable topic to talk about because we have a Mrs. South Africa finalist in our midst. Confidence is a huge part of being mentally strong, and being mentally or being confident is a great sign of self-love, and it helps us to stay away from comparing. We are happy in our skin and at peace in our minds. Being confident is a great comfort. We can always go the extra mile by sharing our confidence with others, but at the end of the day, being confident is a personal accomplishment. And with that, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.